advantage if you have prio, if you have the tempo against the enemy jungler. That's what we're looking forward here. Roxa on his Kha'Zix. Let's see if we can make it work.
All right, hops on back, and let's get ourselves into the game. I don't know why he has that blue ceramic pot. He doesn't, maybe that's the elixir, but he doesn't sell mana potions anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Update the art, Riot. What are you doing?
Maybe every single time you ask the shopkeeper for, he's like, nah, this is not for sale.
Yeah.
These the antiques for me.
That's true. It's just part of the decoration. You know, you're like, hey, can I have your front door? They're like, no, what? It's not for sale. It's in the shop. I don't care. Maybe. You know, that's a good point, actually.
Bring in a champion that just steals items from the shop.
Yeah.
There we go.
We steal ultimates, we steal whole kits, except stealing items.
There we go. That's the next champion idea. We see Akshan coming out in the, as a new champion.
Steals the death timers.
True.
Yeah.
That one's unfortunate. I remember going up against it in an ARAM, and I was like, wait, this is the perfect game mode for you.
Nice.
You can just chill in the background until your team gets a kill. Oh, well.
Bring it back. Let him shop. Anyway, by the way, featured Pro View matchup, Stixay and Wild Turtle. They have fought each other in the LCS finals before. Today, they fight each other in a battle for 9th and 10th. Both are still in the runnings to make that play, get up to 8th, pass Golden Guardians in the CLG side, pass FlyQuest in both their sides, and find themselves in 8th and make that run happen as Chime and Stixay waiting in the wings. And Smoothie wants to get some cheeky plays here with Turtle. Do they even want Chime? They wants to bait the W. They can't get it just yet. There we go. One auto attack. Smoothie takes one himself and just loses the passive shield, but that'll come back. Yeah,
and so one thing to take note of at least is towards the top lane. A lot of the time, Gwen has the ability to go Ignite, just having that extra dash in her kit. So a lot of the times, okay, if you want to be able to match that, looks like another trade inevitable here.
Knock up there, and no, Chime mistimes the W. May still have gotten the shield to block damage, but obviously no escape there.
Still great trade back here, so Wild Turtle's at half HP. He's going to have to chug a potion there. So he kind of came out for worse, just to see what ends up happening here. But my point of inevitable, it was you don't get to see a lot of Diegos for Go Flash.
Right.
So it's going to be an Ignite teleport here for Licorice. I wonder if that's going to get punished at all from Brox's top side, if he is the path there eventually. But, you know, it seems like it's
Stun and Ignite is on there, fighting already. Finn versus Licorice, and Licorice takes it home. He's got the FlyQuest fair for first blood. It's great.
He took the challenge. And Vigo was like, I picked this summoner just for this moment. Really unfortunate there for Finn now. Of course, TP's back. You expect Licorice to do the same. But it's going to be rough here now for Finn, because he wants to still push this in, and Licorice is more than happy to take these trades constantly against Finn.
Yeah, Finn jumped in for the EQ, and Licorice like, I have the damage. Like, I'll just stun you, man, and you're in my minion wave. Made it happen. Well done here. So, no top laners FTP. Warning, warning. Volatile top lane matchup with no summoners. It's gankable. Right now, though, in the mid lane, we got battles as well as they trade back. No fight quick can happen down to the bottom river either. Smoothie walks away from Iconic, but spots him. And a Blaze Olive, you are getting close to danger range, realistically.
Yeah, so he's going to be have to be a little bit concerned, but he does have teleport here, so if he ever finds the opportunity, he can always piece back out. Shouldn't be concerned about jungle interaction as well. Diana's going to be taking Krugs here. Just going to take a look at this top side. So it's going to be Licorice's perspective. Yeah, this is mostly Gwen, actually. I think it was Gwen going for this fight. I want to see how it goes.
Yeah, he dives in for the EQ, but Licorice is one minion from 2, so he's just like, I'll take this fight, whatever.
Yeah.
And it dies to his own minions, gets the stun.
Pretty absurd, and of course, like, having Resolve secondary, making him a lot more tankier at the very start of the trade, so very easy fight there for Licorice.
Licorice, yeah, all right. Hands it off to Iconic, no problem at all. Golden Guardians off the first blood. They get top scuttle. Bottom one did go to Kha'Zix, so that's going to be somewhat equalized. 300 gold difference between these teams. Obviously 400 is the first blood. Overall laning very slightly in CLG's favor if you look at the scoreboard. But that goes back and forth. Iconic now getting the Raptor steal as well as Broxa is down one full camp now, 32-28.
And that's the concern. If you're picking Kha'Zix, you need to be able to find a play. Sure, later on in the game, once you start evolving W, the utility from that's going to be nice. But if you're just behind Iconic for the majority of the game, the teamfight utility and, of course, DPS that she provides is just 10 times better than what a Kha'Zix can bring. So that's always going to be the concern there. Golden Guardians looking for a little bit of a trade here bot side. Just going to get some push off and maybe get a base for themselves.
Yeah, right now, overall farm lead to Wild Turtle, the one player who is winning his lane so far on the CLG side. Otherwise, looking pretty good for Golden Guardians, but it is a pretty low impact game. The one all-in, but otherwise the game has remained pretty stable. Looks like Finn is going to have no problem getting to withstand the lane and catch the farm. Ignite's coming back up soon, so maybe we see a gank come through in a minute to try to find that second kill.
Yeah, this right here is a pretty good timing for Golden Guardians that you should be seeing Iconic play through mid here, get vision, at least in Pixel Bush, and then give Chime and Stixay some space. They could go for a dragon, but then the risk, of course, is that you just get out-scrapped. They see Broxa here, I'm pretty certain, yeah. So...
Are they going to like randomly collapse him? Okay, no. CLG on the way over. Here comes the dive into mid. Demonte going to run back to his reinforcements. Wards are there. Not going to be found from Smoothie. Hit back into a Blaze all down to 200 HP. And underneath that, really, they're not going to find much more. Now Broxa finds an isolated Chime. And is this going to be enough? Realm Warps in. Oh, they really want this one. CLG flash forward with Demonte. And Broxa takes it home. CLG get a kill back and Demonte lives.
Chugs his potion and Demonte comes out of that one alive. But that was just great calling here from CLG. Broxa's like, wait a minute, this man is isolated. This is literally what I'm built for. Go straight on top of Chime in that situation. And they see it as a free kill. Demonte takes the risk, take that tower shot, A-OK afterwards. So great start here from CLG's bot side.
Really, really nicely done. It makes the game back to tied, so CLG have found a little bit of something. The Kalista winning the bottom lane and a really good roam toward mid without Realm Warp making it happen.
And of course, like, this was never going to be a long, drawn-out fight, knowing that Smoothie is going to be here, at least be there first. And with this much damage there, Chime was just, there's no business for you being there. You're never going to make the turn after the chunk ends up happening, and so he puts himself in a volatile spot. Easy pickup from CLG, but it did take Demonte flashing forward and taking that one tower shot to make it happen.
Really close stuff, but yes, that is money in the pockets, and that is nice. Kha'Zix now off to a 300 gold sort of gain. Really nice.
Yeah, and out of nowhere now, this is a really good game state here for CLG. If they want to play towards dragon stacking, they can do that pretty easily with the advantage. Like you mentioned, that CLG has bot side, that they can make this happen. The Scuttle Crab is picked up, so now Golden Guardians has no business ever starting it. They will always get turned on. And they don't have an idea of where the Kha'Zix is as well. So should be a slower game pace here for Golden Guardians. Just play for farm if you're Stixay and a Blaze Olive.
Yep. You mentioned going for Dragon. Broxa just hit 6 off of taking his Raptor camp, so finally has his first evolve. It did not quite catch which was the differently colored ability when he clicked on it, but we'll see it eventually for what his evolve actually is. As Chime and Stixay have been on the back foot down here. 14 CS deficit, which is actually pretty fair based on the mini-wave state, so really has been pretty good on the CLG side. Obviously, the Smoothie roam was also really impactful, so CLG bot diffing a little bit. As Broxa, okay, it is evolved Q. It's what I expected. You often go for that one first. It makes Herald easy to solo, makes Dragons really, really easy to solo, but Golden Guardians here first to the play.
A little bit risky here, knowing that as long as we play through mid here, they could be able to respond. Oh. That was a great calling.
Almost every single bullet, maybe missed one, but that is awesome stuff. But is Brox able to walk down? Not really, because Licorice has the first push, or at least ran down first. Gwen gets rid of the wave. Yeah, the wave's going to like die and hit his turret, but it's going to be the hit. It's going to be the smite. Well done. Iconic times it with Licorice's auto attack, and they claim Rift Herald. Golden Guardians get away with it.
Just really well done from a Blaze Olive to get that ultimate on top of Demonte, because Demonte didn't have TP. He could always come in and help, and it would change how CLG wanted to play that 3v3. You know, Licorice is going to be there first, sure, but CLG still has great scrapping topside with Gwen having ultimate available, and of course Kha'Zix and Ryze, but with Ryze not being able to, just doesn't want to participate at all. Very easy pickup there from Golden Guardians.
Licorice will want to step up on a Finn right now. The purchases are actually pretty flat across the two. Despite Licorice getting that first blood, he has not really built a huge lead for himself. There's actually more CS to farm for Finn, and has a CS lead. So that's actually looking really good for Finn, kind of holding on in a matchup that you know, got rough pretty quickly, right? Very volatile top lane matchup, but no further ganks came across, and he's been out CSing, so gotta give him credit where it's due. Broxy still wants to get something done, finds a control to kill, okay.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly because CLG has done a good job, kind of Broxy specifically hovering around mid. Because the top lane dive doesn't seem very likely. It's very difficult to dive a Gwen in general. With Ignite, with ultimate available, unless if you have a Blaze Olive unlocked. And so they've done a great job, not only having the vision towards topside, but also just being there in general. So overall, they've been doing a great job limiting Licorice.
Well, all right, chilling. right? Got a Sheen, okay, whatever. Walking back to lane, no problems there. First Dragon does go CLG's way, right on the 10-minute mark, so it's going to be a bit, but they are stacking towards that one. Early steel caps in for the Rise. Demonte just wants to kind of hold on in his matchup against the Blaze Olive. Yeah, down, a good 10 or so CF for clearing the wave. That's, well done to the Lucian. We'll see if he can get out. You mentioned unlocking him. So far hasn't gotten a lot done yet.
Now they're starting to do it, though. So you can see they're contesting topside Raptors, and Kha'Zix is just trading towards bot side. They're kind of understanding what's going to happen here. Iconic definitely wants to use that mid lane to go up topside, use that Rift Herald at least to get a larger advantage for the Viego. See what ends up happening. It looks like we're setting up for a dive. It'll take some time, but they see the Rise in transition.
There we go. Is this going to be enough then? Can they just take the 4v2, or will there be TPs to answer? LicoriSeason and Blaze Olive can both do that, but Finn can come in as well. So here come the teleports. Everyone's coming across. First Charm lands. Chime pulls him back in. The leap has been finally cast, and Broxton, will he die to the explosive charge? Yes, he does. Tixay claims it, and now Finn, that TP may not be enough. Ults away to safety. LicoriSeason can't chase him out. As the teleports come in, it is a second kill to Golden Guardians.
Damn, what a bad dive here from CLG. I liked it if the intent was, see the TPs being channeled, back away entirely. You get TP advantage. But not only are they using Gwen TP, but also committed to the dive anyways. Not a big fan.
Not a fan. It's 800 gold now, leading for Golden Guardians as they find themselves in a better spot. Okay. Tixay is there, otherwise that dive on Chime, he wasn't. Maybe that was a 2v1 kill, but he's got help with the Tristana, so not going to happen there. Tixay, of course, summoner heal was nice. Healed it from Chime, very, very good as well. And here we are at 1,000 gold apart, bot pushing in, and yeah, Turtle's got some money, but not all else going well for CLG.
So just taking a look at this one more time, they do see the double teleport. This is a react TP from the Gwen as the wave is coming in topside. So if you are in Finn's position, you would more than likely want to say, I want to pick up the wave. We've already got the TP channeled. We should be happy about this. So it's moments like those that are like, this is a concept or at least a fundamental that I want to see more in CLG's gameplay that we've seen from Golden Guardians. We've seen them improve week after week on executing dives, not just from the perspective of Taro aggroing, but also the objective being, okay, we're happy taking this small lead. Didn't see that from CLG.
Yeah, true. And it became a small deficit instead, of course, right? Yeah, you still got your TP advantage, I guess, but you handed 450 back, and you burned LicoriSeason without any gains. So see what you're going for here in this one. A Blaze Olive with the squad going to try to push in mid. Now, no turret plates have been really even damaged here, so just the 300 gold and done. Always goes to the jungle no matter what. And so that's 320 gold earned for sure. There's no chance Iconic didn't get that money. It's actually global, so not a problem down there. But now, LicoriSeason getting to do more on the top side, getting to knock down one turret plate himself. Then playing pretty far back, actually, level 9. A full level behind LicoriSeason, right? Like barely 9. LicoriSeason is 10 and change.
That's the biggest loss of that dive, as I said. When he was channeling TP, he lost the full wave just on that one alone. And then, of course, when the Rift Herald's being placed, Olive and Chime made the rotation up topside, so he lost another wave off that one. So really costly there for Finn, who, of course, sure, he got solo killed early on, but still is a Gwen that you want to be able to put gold resources into. Didn't get to see that from him.
Well, 3 turret plates on the bot side, though. We can still count on CLG's bottom lane. They have been laning very well. It's 30 CS, and now Broxton forced to flash away as Iconic sets it up. A Realm Warp. I like the bait from Demonte. Hey, get off this one. You don't know who we're bringing. Could be several. Okay, they walk back. I'm not taking it. Just kidding. Gotcha.
There we go. I mean, still going to be no flash on Broxton on that one, so it's going to be a little harder when the next Drake is coming up. CLG can just give it away. I mean, that would only be first Drake for Golden Guardians if they're not completely comfortable. Just an evolve on Q from Kha'Zix is not going to make him too relevant in a team fight, unless if it's Wild Turtle calling confidently that he wants to take the fight. Just finishing up Shield Bow, that would be a good reason for it.
There you go. Yep, takes the recall, walking back out, dagger in inventory. And the timing is going to feel pretty good, right? We are dragging away in 35 seconds. Again, not the fastest soul, but if you have 2x15, that's soul by 25.
Yep.
Like, if you are really uncontested, 25 minutes soul is really not a bad look here. So if they can be in the right place at the right time, the recalls have come in. Now Finn recalls, has no TP, is walking top. LicoriSeason gets to push top. I wonder if he stays. I wonder if he just makes a beeline down there and hope he gets there first.
Yeah, he should move. And it's nice to see that at least he's thinking about it. Just seeing what the movement will look like. Dragon's going to be coming up, and it should just go straight to Golden Guardians. And if you're Finn, you're in a position where you do want to recover at least some levels, some experience after what happened earlier on in this game.
Yeah.
So if you know Licorice is moving bot side, just take next wave and just see. If he's going to answer this one, then
dedicating Licorice.
It's on the bot side of CLG whether or not they want to take the 4v4.
Okay, this makes the Dragon a lot riskier because Licorice is basically where most of the gold lead lies for Golden Guardians. And, I mean, Wild Turtle's big. So, like, that 4-on-4, I don't know if that even favors Golden Guardians. They may say, screw it, we don't really care. Like, let them have it. I don't want to sacrifice a wave on Licorice, but it means they don't really have rights to this.
A positive is calling a target and saying that if Broxa shows his face, we dive on him. Knowing that he doesn't have flash. Sure, he does have his E, but the CC lockdown that Golden Guardians have makes that a lot easier for them. So, of course, the risk involved is if you ever fail at that, then, I mean, that's for Kalista re-engage. So, you'd have to be really confident about that. A lot of HP being chunked out of the Olive for that one.
Yeah, half off. Well done by Demonte. And bot lane outer turret falls. First turret of the game. It's 1-2 in kills, but CLG have gotten that one. Brox is going to find his solo dragon kill as well. I will say one thing CLG did well in the last week was slow controlled early macro.
Yes.
They stacked dragons. They stacked a gigantic gold lead that, yeah, sure, somehow they lost. It was a real tragedy of a loss against Immortals, but they had built that lead in the first 25 with some good macro. That said, gold deficit right now, 2-0 on Dragons, but top lane outer turret is going to be answered, and the game remains fairly close. But Golden Guardians favor.
Yeah, and so, like, even piggybacking off of that one, they're doubling down on that Wild Turtle with a 40 CS advantage and just general control of the lane, recognizing that and saying, okay, just play through bot side. If we play through mid, gives Golden Guardians an opportunity to engage on us with Rel. We really don't have much control on the top side. So, like, that's always an opportunity. So CLG just said, okay, let Kalista take bot turret or at least get the next wave in, and then we can easily get the second dragon. Now they have a win condition of playing towards that dragon win taunt like we were saying.
Spicy by Wild Turtle. Nice mechanics there. Q's some extra Ren stacks in and chunks Tixay. I want to note that Licorice's build is very much built for the 1v1. Standard team fighting for Viego is Divine Sunder into Sterix.
Yeah.
He is going Ruin King second. He wants to fight Finn in the 1v1. Says, I need that item to make sure I win that battle. We're going for this 1v1.
It's a fairly squishy lineup on the side of CLG, so like if he ends up finding on a flank, let's say Kha'Zix or Rise, something like to that nature,
yeah,
he's going to get a pretty substantial advantage for his team, so it makes sense on that front. But yeah, definitely if CLG gets a lockdown on him, Rise, right, in prison, easy pickoff.
Right, it's like, you know, he's similarly somewhat squishy here, but Iconic, who doesn't see it just yet. Okay, now spots Brox, has the Blaze all behind him, and okay, Demonte running on his way out. Still a 1,700 gold difference. CLG with 2 dragons. This feels relatively comparable, like just in the scoreboard, just the top half of the screen. I'm like, okay, this is a very tight game right now, but it's got to break soon. I feel like you can't just keep leading dragons on Golden Guardian side, but also CLG, those fights are going to be tough with the gold deficit.
I like what CLG is doing here. They recognize that they have full control of mid lane wave. Any fight that happens against Wild Turtle, they feel like they can win. And so they're, this time Brox is on Raptors. They can take this fight.
Okay, they find that knock-up. They find damage to the Turtle. Oh, pulls him right back in. Do they find it? Not just yet. Fates call away. There's the kickback. There's the kill. Stixay is on the board. 3-1 Golden Guardians.
That is a prime example of CLG not being on the same page. Because up until that point, fighting for vision at the same time, Brox is hovering over to like secure that, while Turtle is doing the same. But then, they're still fighting for vision when Brox is on Raptors. He's not on the same page at all. He doesn't want to help control vision at that timing. And so they lose a fight, they will lose mid lane turret, and just like that, Golden Guardians gets that advantage.
And they get that money on to Stixay, so Cristana, they accelerate another 300 gold ahead. Not only 300 from the kill, but 300 from his share of the turret gold. Stixay going to close that gap somewhat against Wild Turtle. That comparison is going to look a lot better. But Hurricane is done. Still a 2-item spike in for Kalista. And plenty of time to fight for the Cloud Drake. I don't expect Stixay to finish a Phantom Dancer. He's 1,000 gold shy. He probably won't be able to earn enough, plus recall in time. So it'll be close. We'll see.
Yeah, but take a look at this. I mean, Brox is on Raptors, Rise is on top lane wave. There's no reason for you to be contesting wards there still. So you just have to do it on the same timing, recognized as a team. And if you're seeing that, if you're Broxa, you're taking Raptors, or if you're Rise and you're top side and you're not going to be a part of that play, you know, being able to call it off. Or for, of course, Smoothie in that situation just saying, okay, I just don't have the support.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
Yep. Well, CLG, this is the second time they've been punished by going a bit too hard.
Yeah.
You know, the bot lane dive got turned around, obviously. We saw that one happen. This fight, a bit too much there as well. So sad to see the slight lack of restraint. And even though it is a low-kill game, CLG have still found themselves forward a little bit too often. Ruin King done. waiting for the PD for 6A, but the recall timer is about now if you want to go for it.
And that changes quite a bit, because at least CLG, before that fight happened, could say that we could play through Wild Turtle, and whatever matchup he's going into, primarily versus Tristana, he could easily take that lane. Now, 2 kills on Trist. Starting to recoup that CS experience that he lost prior. He is in a really good spot.
He is, and we're not going to get the auto spike for Trist if they take the 5-on-5 team fight. We'll see if CLG can make this keep happening. Damonte finally kills the turret. Money in pockets, and he'll have to use TP to get the dragon most likely as he keeps pushing in this side of the map. Bot lane outer is gone. Waves in.
To your point, like, even though he won't have Phantom Dancer, at least the state right now around Dragon, GG has full control. So anyone that wants to face check first from CLG's side, they will get obliterated. They cannot take that fight, at least if Golden Guardians are playing it well. So that's always going to be the risk. Let's see. Lucian's coming back out on the map, so they don't have him for about 10 seconds.
And Golden Guardians, okay, yeah, that, thankfully for Smoothie, he's got a passive shield, so you can't, ignite him. That won't stop the recall.
Yeah.
You have to lose health for the recall to be stopped by damage, so it had to be Chime Q or it wasn't going to happen, and it didn't come out in time. But as you mentioned, yeah, Golden Guardians are the ones with control over the bottom river. CLG never really able to control it, and we move towards a very slow Cloud Soul for Golden Guardians. Soul Threat is nullified, and the gold lead's still Golden Guardians' way.
Yeah, and it should just be control here. You already see it starting. Golden Guardians saying, okay, well, let's just take control topside and force a Baron situation. Because CLG do not and will not, once we see Tristana come back towards mid lane, will have control of the mid lane wave anymore. And that means they can just keep moving in towards the enemy topside jungle and force CLG in a position where it's like, okay, well, we can't take top lane wave that far out. And anybody that ends up poking their head into a raptor bush or something like that is just going to get popped. So this is going to be a slow take, but Licorice sees a target.
And Smoothie has to burn the charm. Nice stopwatch considering from the ulti, but now W the wall. He W to get in? When was that on cooldown? But Smoothie's just dead. Licorice now gets to be a recon. Probably going to do it better. Finn in the pit, jumps away, stays alive. Licorice, yeah, not going to find much done. That's fine. He can ult out. It's not going to be a huge problem. But now I want to see what's next up because CLG have no support.
Yeah, TP coming through must mean that they're calling for a Baron. Not with the intent to take it, but if CLG tries to contest, they will challenge it and fight them. So CLG recognizes that, and I don't think they're going to try. I mean, let's see if anyone can stop this 50-50.
Brox gets reveal. I mean, that's what the W Evolve is going to do for you. He's got a Blast Plant, he's got Leap, he's got Flash, he's got Smite. He's always got a chance. Culling is good on a Wild Turtle, puts him down to half HP. Damonte going to share that one a little bit. But now, is it going to happen? Chime is in. Chime finds Damonte, and they're ready to go for a little bit more as Iconic follows up. Finn, he's going to try, and he's going to fail. Doesn't matter when your champ came out, it's how well you play, and right now, Golden Guardians playing a whole hell of a lot better.
Yeah, they're just getting lead after lead, baiting CLG into a fight, and saying, you know what? Brox is still alive. We're not putting this to a 50-50 under any circumstances. Going to base and go back to that same game state. It's such great control from Golden Guardians, and all of this started because Smoothie was just in no man's land in the blue side jungle.
Yep.
No reason, no help. Once again, it goes another situation where CLG is trying to get vision when it's not their timer and they're falling like dominoes.
Well, 0-2 and 0 on Finn's Gwen up there. Broxa, a nice try with the Kha'Zix. He got them 2 dragons, but hasn't gotten much else since.
Yeah, and so he's just doing this thinking that, there's no vision here, no one's going to see me, but Licorice has been on this side of the map for a while now. And while CLG is here to see if they can help him, bail him out from the situation, that pushes Gwen back, pushes Kha'Zix in the same state, and Golden Guardians are just looking for the fight. And so all you need to look at is Chime. Just flash W over the wall, picks up Damonte easily. With the range of the composition that CLG have, I mean, it's just an easy engage there. Well done from Chime.
Really, really nice. And now it's going to go. The Baron was never claimed, but that's okay. The base is still going to be in shambles soon. 5,000 gold lead now here in under 25 minutes. Golden Guardians really turning up onto this one. They'll take the reset, and they can look for the Baron again soon enough. Last time it worked out great. Might as well keep trying.
At least I like what Finn's doing here. If you don't really have a win condition anymore, at least you need to force a mistake. And so just being on side lane constantly, Licorice does have TP, but being the first one to move at least gives your team an opportunity to clear topside vision now. So these things are helpful, but it's looking worse and worse for the team. Dragon's going to be coming up in a minute 30. Maybe they can try and put themselves in sole point, up one fight. Let's see how they do.
Well, we'll see when the bottom river is attacked. Right now, you can see CLG's vision, and it is poor. A couple of deep wards in the bottom jungle, but Dragon is not the play. Baron is the play, and the only vision is a control ward defensively in the back of the pit to say, okay, they're not hitting it yet. This is still 75 gold lost for us and 25 gold earned for them in a little bit.
Yeah, and now they pushed out this second wave. They can push in deeper into the enemy red side jungle. I think this is just really perfect, macro from Golden Guardians here. Even a Blaze Olive won't make an error in pushing this next wave without the rest of his team coming through. So Smoothie recognizes that, and he's going to back away.
Smite comes through. Okay, Broxa managed to claim the big chicken. Nicely done, but it's still a 50 CS difference in that lane, 50 in top lane. Mid's close, bot's 50 for CLG. But hey, guess what? The numbers are still bigger on the Golden Guardians side. They're to go for just a little bit more as the Blaze all gets rid of the vision yet again, and it's darkness for CLG. Turtle clears a wave on the backside of the map. Dragon comes in 20 seconds. We'll see if that's going to be a look soon. Once again, both teams have vision over the Baron pit. I don't feel like Golden Guardians could possibly lose a fight for the Cloud Soul if they tried, or Cloud Drake if they tried seriously. But we will see. Licorice level 16 to Finn's 14. Not an easy lane to win for the Gwen at this point in time. And Dragon's alive.
Great choke here from Golden Guardians. They've had so much control towards top side. They had Licorice pushing bot side alone. So they can just have one member just beyond Dragon. This time it's going to be Stixay. And just, hey, consistently apply pressure in the adjacent lanes. So really, CLG really won't have anything to trade for. They're trading for topside wave. Next wave, if they do trade for that, they're going to lose mid lane inner. So they do have to watch out for that one. Smoothie needs to retreat.
And mid lane under fire. Second Dragon, of course, easily claimed. Golden Guardians really not afraid of Cloud Soul from CLG anymore. Mid lane turret down to half, down to 1/3, and down to just little pieces of rock. It's nearly sand. Wait, log it up because of semiconductor. And that's going to be gone. So, Golden Guardians ready to keep going out of the top side of the map. Once again, they would like this river. And though CLG have fought valiantly for some wards, they're just going to die again.
And now this is the time for Golden Guardians to just do a clean sweep of their own blue side jungle. In their point of view, Ryze could still be there. They saw him pushing out top lane waves, so trying to get him out of a flanking position. That's why they didn't start Baron immediately. That would have been an awful state where Damonte can just be in a flank and try and mess things up a little bit. So they're playing it patiently. No, they shouldn't start it because they just cleared out the ward. That would just be an easy call out.
But if you're desperate.
Yep.
Now, I don't expect Golden Guardians to, forget that Baron's alive, but CLG haven't done anything practically in the mid game in 20 minutes. So, here we go. Iconic is in. They're going to find the knockup, the stun, and they're going to find Wild Turtle getting himself a kill. So, something on the board. Next up, though, huge damage out of Ryze as Tristana's dropped as well. CLG flipped the switch and find 2 kills.
Just like that, Trist and the jungler is gone. So, CLG, Damonte's healing up quite a bit. They can make it a Baron state, but it's 20 seconds on Iconic and Stixay. Golden Guardians are doing whatever they can to just push them off the Baron itself. They're so strong that they can do that as a 3-man unit. All right, this is the opportunity. As you said,
yeah.
You're desperate, you got to go for it.
No jungler, and I mean, both kills have no TP, and Licorice nor Blaze will have them anyway. So CLG, this is the moment. You cannot give this one up, and this is going to be a pretty hurtful culling. Wild Turtle chunked to about 1K. Damonte's got to get himself back in this pit. Smoothie's around. This has to be the moment. Iconic's alive, leaving base now. Stixay the same. This should be unsmiteable. It should be CLG's, and it is. How about the fight, though? Licorice finds one. Ryze answers back. Supports are dead. And it's time to run and run for your lives. A 1-for-1, but Golden Guardians know they're in a 4v4 now as the team have mostly respawned. Tristana is going into the mid lane. CLG claimed the first Baron of the game, and that is a huge surge of golden XP that closes the gap massively.
Yeah, they didn't waste no time either. Knew that reinforcements from Golden Guardians were coming on the way, and they just said, okay, we got the objective, back away. Broxa uses Evolve W just to make it so, okay, anybody that's chasing us down, we now have Baron to slow this game state down. Great call from them. It wasn't them starting Baron. It wasn't that. It was them chilling out in the bush, knowing that Golden Guardians were going to be pushing midway first, and took that as an opportunity.
Okay, here we go. We counted CLG out start of the week. Maybe they make it happen here. That Baron fight one more time.
All right. I mean, look, you can only do so much. Diego finally, of course, fully goes in on Smoothie to get a reset on his ultimate, but you really can't fully commit to the fight. Their whole goal was just to try and keep them interested, but not able to do that. Now CLG has this Baron push. They're using bot lane wave and mid lane wave to at least start getting some more gold in their pockets.
Alrighty, Red Bull Baron power play right now, a bit more than just Baron itself. You can see the mid lane turret is one auto attack away from dead. Anyone can kill it with a single right click, even a cannon minion. So we'll probably see that one coming in soon, and CLG can get themselves 3 to 5 in turret score. Baron will still be on actually when this dragon spawns, so very likely to get soul point here as well. There's mid lane gold for Damonte, gold lead Trinket.
Take a look at this. The moment Gwen shows topside, CLG have to actually concede the vision that they've built up here. Dragon's up in 1 minute's time, so now they will see Gwen. Golden Guardian's really only time to take out the vision that CLG has set up for this. I wonder if CLG is going to want to fight. They're not going to want to fight them right now, but this is going to put GG in a good position to fight for this next dragon.
45 seconds on Cloud Dragon. Gwen pushing in top lane. That'll roughly hit the turret around the time the dragon spawns, so we could see CLG say, screw it, take the dragon, we want top tier 2. Smoothie trying to find a cheeky play from the top side. You can see like they're really playing around top vision right now.
Yeah, it seems like that's the call. That's a base from Gwen, so it seems like she does want to go bot side. So yeah, Damonte is going to be picking up the top lane wave.
Okay, that's the call. And Damonte without TP, right? So like, if he goes to the turret at all, he cannot be at the dragon fight. But similarly, Stixxay and Chime and Iconic are there, so they can't either. And it feels like it's CLG actually getting the run of the map somewhat here. Viego's on a flank, but he's squishy. He went Wits End third. He's got a stopwatch for defenses. So CLG collect mid lane. They try at top lane, and they get to just kind of coalesce down to the side of the map, and the dragon is theirs. Golden Gun is going to give it.
There we go. And hey, worst comes to worst in a situation in which like Golden Gun. Oh,
Chime. Great setup. Finds the first knock up, the second stun. A stopwatch buys some time, but there's absolutely no way out. Shut down gold goes to Stixxay. And as CLG found some good steps, they find some stumbles down as well.
It's pretty late into the game. 50-second death timer is massive, so CLG can't afford to make another mistake.
Turtle's getting slowed. This is a bit rough. He'll survive it. There's really no way BlazeAlv actually one-shots the guy. So they get to walk away for this one. But now, okay, yeah, as you're mentioning, right? 30 seconds still on Damonte's respawn. They will have to wait that out eventually.
Yeah, not much you can play for here if you're Golden Guardians, though. No objectives here to contest for, so you're in a game state right now. CLG has soul point. They can play for Cloud Soul. That would work out for them. And also, if they're on the objective first, that's just a strong team fight for them with Kha'Zix slows, but primarily Rakan, Kalista. This is what they built this comp for, so Golden Guardians have to tread lightly. They made that crucial error mid lane that gave CLG Baron, but they're going to be more aware of that. I think it's going to be on Lucian. Lucian, you already see how much DPS he was putting down on Wild Turtle a little earlier on. He can ease them and chunk out either Damonte or Wild Turtle. That puts him in a good spot for a team fight. Otherwise, I like what CLG has to offer.
Might look good. Going towards full builds pretty soon. Wild Turtle, Guardian Angel done. On the way towards either a Ruin King or a Bloodthirster. IE and some Armor Pen for Stixxay is going to feel good. We're 3.5 items there on the Lucian as well. And we'll see which way Licorice goes. Probably Guardian Angel for his 5th slot. Counting boots here in this case. And here we go. Bot lane under fire. No one is answering. Stixxay, the turret is just going to die as Damonte's ult is hit. And only to just join the team. Not going to find anything else there.
Yeah, just found that opportunity where Damonte was on top side wave and they just bulldozed straight through mid to bot lane. Now, that's just going to be a free wave to push for Licorice.
Oh.
Here we go.
Guardians, they know Gwen is far. They see her on the bottom lane, but Licorice is recalling there as well. Golden Guardians don't take the fight. They just say, all right, that's fine. Won't even fight for vision because mid is under attack and mid lane tier 2 could just drop the turtle. Yeah, Golden Guardians are cut off. They don't want to go through this choke. Unless they do, Turtle gonna get away from Iconic. Now he's gonna flash in and Licorice is on the flank. Turtle's gonna be dropped pretty rapidly, but already the Rel has fallen and Turtle's alive. CLG, you count him out, but they are staying in this one. BlazeAlv's on the run. He's running for his life, barely stays alive. Chime is down, and can Lucian make it out as well because they are on the hunt.
Baron's coming up too very soon. This is really damaging. Olive will go down.
Yep, Broxa smells prey. He's gonna try. BlazeAlv finds a slow.
I mean, a delayed kill is just gonna be better for CLG.
Yeah.
They're gonna get so much off the map when Baron does spawn back up.
Oh
and
my.
They caught Chime coming in for a flank alone. and he was miles away from the rest of his team. You know, how I see Golden Guardians fighting is Diana going in first with Rel stun lock. It should be the Diana doing, unless if the Rel sees a great opportunity, but that wasn't one. So find the pick on towards Chime, and that is another Baron going to CLG.
Oh, is this a sick flank? Is this going to be a setup somehow? Damonte's around, and he knows where Golden Guardians are. Does he cut them off? The Blaze Olive has TP in 20 seconds, and here comes the fight. Licorice is built squishy. He can't find the first kill with Guardian Angel down. He could be killed. Rend, oh, it's going to be a 1-for-1. He trades out the support at least, but now Chime is left alone, and Chime is here to die. Damonte with a flank TP gets him a 2-for-1.
I don't know how he lived off that one because he was isolated as the rest of his team was making a kill happen in the, across the wall over there.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's able to survive that one as Diana went straight for him, another big play from CLG.
And just like that, look at the gold. It is finally back in CLG's favor. It's been half an hour. It's been since Licorice solo killed Finn. CLG have been down in gold.
Yeah.
And they found a way to claw their self back into this game. Their second Baron mid-inhibitor turret is gone.
You want to go for inhib, but as I said, so hard to hit, knowing that Golden Guardians have the playmaking of Diana and Rel just staring straight at you. So don't want to go too far for it. Dragon's going to be coming up. That's going to be Soul for CLG unless Golden Guardians have anything to say about it.
Turtle wants to buy but cannot. I assume he's has Bloodthirster in base, but no, we've got Cloud Soul in 20 seconds. The respawns are in. It's a 5-on-5. Baron buff though still on for a minute and a half. CLG own this river. They own the rights to this dragon. They play it right, it's their soul.
Not grouping up either. It's a good call from CLG, keeping Broxa in a threatening position. Makes it so hard for Golden Guardians to play a front to back.
No one's allowed to recall. Here comes the Dragon attempt. It's going down so fast. Land the smite claimed with the Rend. Almost dead, but no. Fate's Call keeps safety. Here comes Chime in the backline. 2 kills picked up. Only 1 traded back. Turtle gonna lose the Guardian Angel. Can a Blaze Olive deal enough damage to survive though? Jumps the wall, and it is gonna be a team fight victory. 2 left on the CLG side. 3 just barely for Golden Guardians to look for the base now.
What a great fight for Golden Guardians there. I mean, even with the engaged 3-man knockup from Chime, instantly got popped. And the ultimate from Kalista wasn't really useful because of that, just trying to use it for safety reasons. It would have actually been much better for Golden Guardians, but Stixxay, of course, jumped forward, tried to reset for another kill, but was looking straight at Kha'Zix in the eye, so ended up dying for that one. But what a back-and-forth game. At the end of the day, though, both teams, even though a little bit more gold in Golden Guardians' pocket, CLG is the one that ends up getting sold.
Right, and that's going to last for the rest of the game. And see that fight one more time is a good setup. Takes so much damage.
Yeah, and so there's just no real follow-up from that ultimate, and that's the real problem. The dive works out wonderfully. Blaze Olive gets a load time.
Finn versus Licorice. Finn seems to like this one, gets the auto, which means he can keep the chase going, and that's going to be a functional solo kill. The shield for an assist. Licorice built for the 1v1. He's up 60 CS, and Finn just claps him back down.
That late game Gwen is a terror. Licorice was confident, was making that call even when Golden Guardians were still at base, getting a reset off. Costly now. Huge death timer for him. And so for CLG, now hey, we can play through Finn. Finn is a massive strong point. 300 CS into this one. It took some time for him to get in a good position. Now this man got Magi's and he's trying to stack that up.
Well, difference of ults, difference of ignites. Yeah, Finn crushing that one. Broxo, okay, leaps. He will have to flash, but doesn't have it. Ults for the speed, but gets pulled right back in. This man's losing his Guardian Angel. And I don't think his lead's coming back in time. Maybe. He is level 18. It's a shorter cooldown, but they're pushing the base now. Yes, indeed. That is Kha'Zix dead. 4 versus 4 in the map, but Licorice is up in 5 seconds. How much more does CLG get? Yes, the inhibitor. Yes, the Realm Warp. Will they be caught out? Looks like no. Baron up in 2 minutes. CLG get the bottom inhibitor.
Just playing so well around the map, and it feels like a lot of it comes down to, Damonte. I would say this has been a great Rise game for him. But absolutely, that. Also, I would say a lot of it comes off of Broxa late game too. Sure, we're making errors here and there, but overall they're making the right calls, and these team fights are working out well for them. Elder Dragon seems like it's going to be a thing.
Yeah?
Elder Dragon fight's going to be a problem.
Third Baron.
Yep, that
We're
too.
stacking these. All right, here we go. Yet again, and I want to point out, I've missed this the entire game. Brox is 7-2 on Kha'Zix. Before that unfortunate death that got his team an inhibitor, he was 7-1, because that math is not hard to do. That's a really impressive run for a jungler that no one else in League of Legends plays right now. At least impressive.
And I would say it's making it really difficult for Golden Guardians knowing how to play it out, because like, Stixxay was a victim in the last fight, right? When he was looking, he thought his team was winning the fight. Jumps forward, and I mean, you're not going to win that isolated versus Kha'Zix, and so it's just you have to play differently. So games like these going to be difficult.
Okay, gold back to equal. Bot lane, for now, Licorice got a lot of pressure. He is shoved that all the way to the Rebel of Tier 2, but is this too much? He's got absolutely no vision. Licorice, you're just dead for this. Baron's not alive. You are not allowed to be this far up. Licorice, what has happened to you? That is not acceptable.
2 times in a row, really costly. And I mean, you know that's going to happen after a mid lane wave is caught up there. You have no vision of the red side jungle, and you're the only target for CLG. I mean, they just lose this Baron now.
Yeah. Licorice, you have the right to remain silent. The weak side police have arrested you for what the hell was that, man? You had no wards. All right. How much does CLG get done now? 35 seconds. Yeah, they can get Baron during it. They can get mid inhibitor during it. They get Baron afterwards.
Yep. It's going to be the call. I mean, they're shepherding them the bot wave. They want mid inhibitor, and they're going to go for Baron immediately afterwards.
Yeah. I don't think they can end. I think the wave clear is just going to be too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not pushing too far up. But
in general, they've been struggling in getting turrets in front of Golden Guardian, so they recognize that, but it's just going to be going straight towards the Baron.
Yeah.
Great call from CLG late game.
The timing here is really tight, by the way, because, of course, Licorice is up in 8 seconds and then has to channel TP. So, like, they know, like, there is this window where Licorice can't be here. Realm Warp helps make sure that they get this done in that window, because think about it, Realm Warp saved them, like, 4 seconds. He'd be TPing right now, and it'd be a closer fight. So they make sure they get that one done. They get the reset off. Double inhibitors are down, and CLG get to play for Elder Dragon with the Baron buff.
And I mean, they just know that they have a really quick objective burn.
Oh, gosh.
Kha'Zix, Q-Evolve, Rise, Gwen. I mean, like, I'm not even mentioning
really absurd.
List that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absurd.
So it's whenever Golden Guardians blinks and they don't have necessarily the control around the objective, they just have to kind of give it.
Finn just catching farm. Went Magi's, by the way, so he's full build, a bit cheaper than normal, but 13 stacks. It's still worse than a death cap. If you can get a death cap, just buy that one instead, of course. Yeah. But hey, for now, power spike in, temporarily full build.
Because he sees a lot of these fights feel like game-ending fights with how long this game has gone on. 42 minutes is insane. Doesn't even think the game's going to go long enough for that rabbit answer. So Elder is actually going to be up in 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure CLG is going to try and push through top side, get top inner, go straight and meet Gwen through mid lane, and then just go for the Elder.
Okay, CLG taking left side jungle control. Top tier 2 about to be killed. Rel wants in, finds not much of a stun, and now going to be attacked yet again. The squad is here, and Chime is down. Despite the fact that Gwen was mid, there's still enough reinforcement for CLG. One trade back thanks to Diana. Stopwatch used, but now isolated and alone, and Iconic's going to drop Finn. Stopwatch is in. Brox is there as well, and they have clapped absolutely everyone. CLG get the Bud Light ace. They get the comeback victory, and they begin that slow and steady march toward playoffs.
That one is a satisfying ace for CLG.